Hey, what's up guys? This is Gary, and this should be the first in a series of videos on the subject of ESTEST migration. That is, we're going to be completely replicating the server environment from estest.ucdavis.edu to the localhost server. This video is going to be on the subject of getting basically a vanilla installation of Apache HTTPD with a web server along with the PHP add-on for that web server. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do is to unpack the Apache, the web server. You know, you can go to their homepage for Apache, which is right here, and you can get basically any of the any of the modern versions for Apache will do. You see, here's the download page. Any of the 2.2 or 2.4 series, that's going to work, the stable releases for Apache. In this case, we're going to be using Apache 2.2.15, which is a rather old version, but is the earliest version of Apache that we tested with ESTEST, and this is going to work. We've also tested, 2.2.19, for instance. And that's fine. So once you download those sources, you're going to want to go to a temporary directory and unpack them. In this case, we've already unpacked them to HTTP 2.2.15, and it's going to, the source directory is going to unpack to something like this. And from here, what you want to do is to run the configure script with certain parameters that I'll show you right now what the configuration for that was. So the parameters I ran with for configure are these there's prefix for the installation path for Apache. We'll change the compiler to be GCC, and we'll enable certain modules like proxy FTP authentication as well as LDAP. So you simply run that configuration line like such, except without the hash mark. And then once that's configured correctly, you'll just go make and then make install. And I've already done that just to save you some time in this video, but those are basically the steps to take when installing Apache HTTPD to the local server. So you can see here now in so we can change directory to this prefix, and we'll see it installed here in the prefix. Okay. So that's Apache done. The next thing we want to do is to download and install PHP. And again, you can just go to the PHP homepage. And go to downloads and just grab any version of PHP that is from the source code that is the current stable release. And again, we're going to go to temp, and we're going to unpack it. In this case, it's going to unpack to something like php- the version number. And again, it inflates to something like this, and it has a configure script. So we're going to run certain parameters with this configuration as well. So I'll just show you what I ran with. And the configuration line that we ran PHP with is giving it the parameter .apxs for Apache, as well with these modules enabled. So if you run that configuration line, you can again make, and I already made this just to make this video a little bit shorter. And then again, for this one, you're going to need a sudo make install. And so that's installed correctly. We can go back to the Apache web server directory where we installed it. And from here, we can go in bin. There's this standard sort of Apache CTL script that's going to allow you to start, stop, restart, check the status of your web server. So in this case, what we want to do is to start the web server. Okay, or we can restart it like that. So if you go to a web browser, you can go to localhost You can confirm that it works. Okay, so this has been the first video in a series of tutorials showing you how to migrate the server environment from estest.ucdavis.edu to the local host. So hopefully I'll set this up such that you can click through a playlist for the videos, or that you can click for the next video in the series. All right, thanks for watching.